Good evening, loyal viewers of News at 7, where we broadcast news every night at 7 p.m. Tonight, we will be focusing on an exclusive interview about the Jamal Khashoggi assassination, most creative dog names, and can apples cure cancer? On the first story, where in a recent update, US senators have all but accused the Crown Prince of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, of having a role in the killing of Jamal Khashoggi after a private CIA briefing early on December 5th. Jamal Khashoggi, a Saudi dissident, journalist for The Washington Post, and former general manager and editor-in-chief of Al Arab News Channel, was assassinated on the 2nd of October 2018 at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, Turkey, and was perpetrated by agents of the Saudi Arabian government. The exact cause of his death is unknown since his body has never been located or examined. Government officials of several countries, including Saudi Arabia, Turkey, the United States, France, Germany, and the United Kingdom, believe Khashoggi was murdered. And now, we have an exclusive interview with a high-ranking Saudi government official. He has agreed to show his face, but has decided not to disclose his name. Coming to you with the interview is our reporter, Sarah Ferindita. To you, Sarah.
Thank you, Mathys. Shortly, I will do an interview on video call with our source. I will refer to our source as Mr. A, who is currently at an undisclosed location. Hello, Mr. A. I would like to start this interview with a question regarding Saudi Arabia's involvement in Khashoggi's murder. Can you confirm that this murder is committed by a Saudi Arabian agent under the order of Mohammed bin Salman?
No, I can't.
Okay, but was the murder committed by the Saudi agents?
Yes, it is believed so.
Can you explain further the motives behind the murder?
The assassination was done due to Khashoggi's role in putting focus to the human rights violations, restriction to freedom of expression, and restriction of women's rights by Saudi Arabia's government.
And what actually makes Khashoggi different than the other journalists who write about these things?
Khashoggi was gaining traction writing for the Washington Post.
So I can conclude that Saudi Arabia is afraid that in the international world, Khashoggi could make Saudi Arabia lose some of its allies.
In this international society, countries can change stances due to things like the violations done by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia if the international society condemns its actions.
And Saudi considered Khashoggi as the threat?
Correct. That's why he was assassinated.
Okay, the CIA has concluded that Mohammed bin Salman was involved in this murder. I would like to know your thoughts on that.
The CIA will not throw around accusations without proof.
And also, what about Trump? He has rejected the conclusion and said that investigations has to continue.
Donald Trump is smarter than he seems. He, or maybe the people behind him are, he realizes the consequences of losing an ally like Saudi Arabia, which has been one of the US's closest diplomatic and economic partner for decades.
Okay, Mr. A, that will be all for today's interview. Thank you very much. Back to you, Mathys.
That was a very interesting interview. From what I gathered, Mr. A has a neo-realistic view, judging from the characteristics of what he explained. The KSA killed Khashoggi is a nation looking out for their best interests and abandoning morals. The KSA also is afraid to lose its allies because, in neorealism, a country's next move cannot be predicted. Trump trying to keep KSA as an ally also shows that there are more powerful countries than others. The assassination was committed because KSA was afraid what would happen in a neo-realistic, anarchic international climate where there is no central authority.